What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So for today, I was gonna take you guys through, as per your request, and do a couple of hair tutorials. So I have my little tools here. You'll need some clear elastic, some bobby pins, maybe some fancy bobby pins, and I'll show you guys how to do some double braids, some fishtail braids, basically 3 different braids that you guys can do with really long hair or with clip-in extensions or just with your regular hair. So if that's something you guys wanna see, then just keep watching. All right, so the first thing that you wanna do is start with your hair parted down the middle. I will show you guys how I part it, and then I go through with a tangle teaser and I will brush out my hair. I can't lie, this isn't my own hair, it's extensions. I have them all, you can barely even see it, they're all sewn in, and because my color fades so well from like my natural root color down to the blonde, you don't see it. But you could totally do this with clip-in. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I do my braids. I'm gonna show you guys how to do bubble braids. I'm gonna show you guys how to do fishtail braids, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do boxer braids. If you ever want any information about my hair color, my hair extensions, I could totally do a video on it. I've done a video before on like a couple of them on my time lapse of getting my hair done. I get my hair done at Rinaldo's, downtown Ottawa, so the one on George Street, and Kait does my hair. So I'll leave her information down below if you guys are ever in Ottawa or you're from Ottawa. Go see her because she's the best. I love her. And I'm going to jump into showing you guys exactly how I do this. So I'm gonna start with the bubble braids. And this is usually what I do. Like on a day that if I'm on my 3rd or 4th dirty hair day, I will usually do braids and wear a little beanie. So I don't make like a perfect part. I'll usually just use my nails, or I'll do like a zigzag so that it's really not perfect, but if I'm wearing a beanie, it really doesn't matter, right? So I will usually tie off, especially if I'm doing double pigtails. So you'll need clear elastics. I just got these off of Amazon. You can get them at Forever 21. They're just basically, you can barely see them. That's the whole point. So I will tie off one section. So I'm gonna do the bubble braids first, right? That's what I said. So just in case you guys are wondering, I'm looking in the mirror. My camera, I actually have a mirror here that I brought, which might be easier because I just tried doing this for Instagram stories and special. So like I said, if you guys want the Coles notes of this, you can go check my Instagram. If you need to go back and just have a quick recap, you can either rewatch this video, save it and rewatch it, or you can go save it on your Instagram stories. Alright. So usually I'll just do one at a time, but I feel like to make them equal. So I always start by tying them off, and I just need to wrap it around twice because there's not freaking hair. So the first thing I do, bubble it up so it looks bigger. Because if you want big braids, like if you want it to look really, really thick, then this part needs to look thick too. So then from here, we'll usually take out one piece and wrap it around to cover the elastic. I really need blonde bobby pins, but it is what it is. It's like I forget that I'm a blonde. Okay, so once the elastic is covered, you can leave the end out and then just retie it down. You don't need to wrap it all the way around. And then I'll usually try and grab, like, see how my natural length is, just goes there. I try and grab it so that the next bubble, and then you want to split right down the middle of that little bubble, and you're gonna flip it. It doesn't really matter, but this looks better. So you're gonna flip it backwards, like in and away from you. So I basically just pushed it through the middle and away from me. And then you're just gonna pull the little bubble outwards, tighten the little clear elastic, and see how it looks like a braid? It's just a really, so see, especially with highlights, it just makes it look like you just braided all that hair. And it doesn't matter if there's little pieces that stick out. That's kind of how it looks cute, whenever it looks like a little bit of a hot mess. Organized chaos. And I go through again, wrap that one around, next bubble. And what you can do is you can use some super cute bobby pins. These are from Forever 21. They just have a little bow on them. And then I clip these in the front. I usually will do it on the 3rd bubble. And I like them because they really secure the, okay, I want it to go into the bubble. They really secure the wraparound piece because of the bow. And then I'll do the final bubble. So you can do 3 bubbles, you could do 4 bubbles. It all depends on the length of your hair and how much you want to leave out. Alrighty, so you guys can see the end result with the two little decorative bobby pins, and see how even if there's pieces that stick out, it doesn't really matter. So I ended up doing 4 bubbles, and then the last way that I tie it, just at the end, it gets hard at the bottom with a bobby pin. I'll just loop it once around, and then I'll secure it with another elastic, and then whenever you pull it, the elastic kind of hides itself under the wrapped piece. So that's what it looks like for the bubble braids. I'm gonna take you guys through doing fishtail braid, 1 fishtail braid, and then I'll do a Dutch braid as well, probably like a mohawk Dutch braid for you guys. Alrighty, let's keep going. Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys how I do a fishtail braid, and I'll just do 1 fishtail braid down the side, and usually this is the same thing. You can use a texturizer spray as well. I'll show you guys which one I use. Actually, I'll go get that right now before I forget. So these are the 3 products that I use the most on my hair. So hairspray, I use the Nexus Salon Hair Care Comb Through Natural Hold. So it's not like a super tight, like chunky, like crunchy hairspray. This is the dry shampoo that I use, dark tones, because obviously it goes on the roots, so I don't use the blonde one. Moroccan oil, it also smells good. And this is like the greatest thing ever. So this is by Davines, and it's a dry texturizer, and it smells like candy. It's amazing. So I will link all 3 of those down below for you guys. You can get them all on Amazon, which, like, why wouldn't you? Because Prime. And let's do the side braid. It's not really a side braid, I just push it off to the side. So I'll show you guys from the back as much as I can. I will usually start it halfway up my head. And all you need to do for this is split your ponytail. So you could grab just the full pony and split it in half and start that way, but I'm gonna make it my life complicated to show you guys how I do it. Very similar to a French braid. So you split the pony in half. It doesn't have to be perfect again. So once you have it into 2 pieces, you're gonna grab a small chunk from one of the sides. It doesn't matter which side, okay? So one of the sides, and you're gonna pull it over top of like where it came from and join it to the other pony. That's it. Like, that's literally it. If you can do that over and over and over again, you're good. So then you do it again. On the other side, you grab a little chunk and you pull it over to the other side, and then you're going to grab a little chunk from this side and pull it over to the other side, and a little chunk from this side and pull it over to the other side. And then what you're going to do to join them, once you feel like I would say cross it over 3 or 4 times. I really hope you guys can see this. And then you're going to grab a little piece just like you would a French braid. So you're going to join it to this, and then you're going to grab a little piece. You can either blend them together, just grab a little piece from it and cross it over to the other side. And do the same thing on this side. Join it together. Alright, so now that I've got all my hair is up now, like it's all been grabbed. So that's just so that the back looks like cute and cohesive. And the way that I would cover my hair extensions is if there was anything loose, which I can't feel anything that's exposed, you just pull on it a little bit. But this will be able to clearly show you guys how to do it. So let's just say, if you want to do a fishtail without doing what I just did, this just kind of makes it continue. Like if I wasn't to wear a beanie, you could just put a clear elastic right now, do the braid, and cut the clear elastic at the top, and then keep it going. But I'm gonna show you guys how I do it, okay? So now the last piece that I just grabbed was from this side. So this will be clearer, I feel, because I don't even know if you guys could see the back of my head just now. So a little chunk from the left side, or my left side, your right side, and then you join it to this side. And a little chunk from this side, and join it over. Hopefully I said this already, but I'm looking in the mirror just so you guys are wondering, like, what's she looking at? Join over, and then another little chunk on the other side. Join over. So you guys can see it start to form now. You just go from side to side, little piece over, little piece over. And you might need to practice a couple of times, but it's honestly, I find this simpler than doing a French braid. Like I don't even remember how to do a French braid anymore. And I'll show you guys how to make this look really, really thick too. For just like I did the bubble braids, you could stop midway, and I've done this before. You stop midway, do a wraparound, tie an elastic, keep going with the fishtail if you want it to look all bubble, like you could make it look even more bubbly that way. Okay, so before you put the elastic on, what you want to do is you're going to hold it tight enough, not too tight, so that you're not gripping it so much that you can't pull out. So you're just gonna grab each little piece of the braid and slowly pull it out. It's harder when you have a lot of hair. And you just do side by side. There we go, now I got it. I was gripping it too tight. Then I just pull out a couple pieces. And I usually flip it around and wear it in the front. And if there's little pieces of hair that fall out, like it really doesn't matter. It's the messy look. So that is how I do a fishtail. And usually the way that I will do it is about here. I will stop and tie a little piece of hair around, but I just wanted to go show you guys how to do a full fishtail. But I'll usually tie a little piece of hair around, put that cute bobby pin in, and keep going. And then you can really bubble it out that way. But I want to show you guys one full fishtail. Alrighty, now for the, I guess you call this a boxer braid, so I'll just show you guys. Usually people, the way that they do boxer braids, and I've done this before, it just takes a really long time. I love doing it when I have all my hair extensions out and I have short hair. I've done it in a Get Ready With Me. I can link that down below because it might be helpful for you guys to see. It's just a time lapse of me doing them, and I do it when I have really short hair. So I'll usually do 2 boxer braids because it's literally how I guess female boxers wear their hair, so that's why they call them boxer braids. So this is the same as a French braid-ish. So there's 3 strands of hair, and instead of going over, you go under. So where a fishtail is just 2 strands of hair going back and forth, this is 3 strands, just like a French braid. So the way that I usually start this is as close to the front as possible with the littlest amount of hair as possible, because you want it to be visible. And I will say, you guys, if you just have straight up dark hair, like it's a lot harder to see when you do it. If you have highlights or blonde hair, it's way more visible. Okay. So I've got this tiny little piece here in the front. Divide it into 3. And you're gonna take 1 strand and pull the middle one over it. And then you're gonna take the other strand and pull the middle one over it. So every time what you're doing is the middle one is just going over top, so that when you're done, you literally, like the middle is what is most apparent. That's how you end up getting that like poofy look. So then you just grab more hair, you pull it under. So if you guys can see what I'm doing right now, at the end of it, once I feel like I've gotten enough of the mohawk look, I just braid it as like a normal braid, but backwards. So this is the final look, and I had done this in the summer for my birthday. I had done like 2 braids this way and then the boxer braid up at the top. Again, because I have dark hair, you can't see it super well. I think you guys can see it with the light, and then I just continued the braid all the way down into the ponytail, did a half ponytail. You could, the way I would do it is have it way higher and basically put the texturizer, back comb your hair, and really like create like a ponytail with it, and then just have some extra loose braids so that it looks like a little bit bohemian and very hippie-ish. So I did 2 loose, like by loose I just mean like freehand, regular old braids. They're little skinny braids and they're kind of hidden. You just use a clear elastic at the bottom. That's the last look. So I hope that you guys enjoyed. Here, maybe I should show the back. I don't even know if you guys can see anything. As you can tell, I am not a pro, just a regular girl sharing my tips. So if this is something that you guys enjoyed, I can totally do more hair tutorials. I feel like so much time has elapsed that the lighting has actually changed, and it's got like freaking winter. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and it's already getting dark and it's snowing. So hopefully this was a helpful video for you guys and hopefully you enjoyed it. If you aren't already subscribed, make sure that you go do that. Hit the bell so that you can get notifications, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye dudes.